Hi, this is Kimberly from Are You Awakening? And I am here today to talk to you about your natural hair color. Here's mine, what I can remember of it so far. Anyway, this is a journey that basically everyone is going to go through, and you may go through it in your 20s like I did, where I started to go gray and I had that like Bride of Frankenstein stripe thing going on. Or you may be older and you're putting it off. So let's talk about that. And there's going to be no judgment here because honestly, I've been on both sides of this. Briefly, back in 2014, I decided to let my hair go gray, meaning that stop coloring it, and actually was pretty interested in finding out what the hell color it really was. So I let it grow in and I was doing okay. Followed the salon thing about trying to make the transition easier without the skunk line and all of that. And everything was working really great. I was feeling awesome about who I was. And there was one last dye job that we did to hopefully get rid of that demarcation line so it would just grow in and I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Well, right around that time, and I'm not saying the dye job had anything to do with it, but you know, we associate all sorts of trauma in strange ways and internalize it. Right around that time, my husband took off and ended up marrying a younger woman, which didn't feel all that great. Yeah. And I hung out with the gray for a few more months, and then I moved to Los Angeles thinking, wow, this is totally the most vain city in the world, and looks are more important than just about anything here. So I'm going to be an authentic woman, and I'm going to just let my gray grow in and be a fucking badass, right? Yeah. Driving the Porsche, riding the motorcycle. I was so awesome. Yeah, it lasted like 3 weeks. And then I'm like, yeah, this isn't happening. No, I feel like a grandma, motorcycle or not, I still feel like a grandma. And so I went and I got my hair dyed some color that wasn't mine. So all of that time that I had put into letting my hair be its natural self, I covered it up again because of my insecurities and my feeling that I'm being judged, and that's totally okay. I'm really glad that I experienced that because now, 3 years later, I'm doing it again, right? So it's pretty common and trendy for YouTube people to document their graying process, and I can understand why, because when you're at this stage right here, oh my God, talk about self-esteem plummeting down to the depths of Hades. All of those things are going to come up for you. Am I getting too old? Is it going to make me look older? Am I ever going to get a date again? Is everybody looking at my skunk line? I mean, it goes on and on forever, but what it really is it's about looking at yourself and asking yourself, who am I? Who am I? Am I authentic? Am I okay dyeing my hair? Because I was okay dyeing my hair for a little while. It was really very useful for those 3 years so that I could deal with some other things internally. And once I dealt with those other things internally, like self-worth and aging and all of those things, then this came back to me pretty naturally as, all right, it's time to let it go. So as you can see, I've kind of got long hair and I love my long hair, and I'm not ready to get rid of my long hair. So we're going to see what the hell happens. And if you're thinking about this, know, since I've gone through it before, those first few months really suck. I mean, and it's funny because I have like 30 hats I buy baseball hats at every motor thing I go to or race, and I wear them all the time. And I'm thinking, oh my God, why wouldn't I just let it grow and wear the hat for most of the time? And so at this point in my life, I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. That's pretty much it, yeah. So here you are. If you lasted this long in the video, there's a reason. And it's because perhaps this might be planting a seed in you to look at yourself, determine where you are, right? For me, there's no judgment because I was on both sides of this. I was loving the fact that I was stopping coloring my hair and putting all those chemicals into my scalp. But I was also loving the fact that people would guess me 10 or 15 years younger than I am. So I get it on both sides, and what I'm realizing is that youth is actually in here, and if I really care about what people are saying, then guess what I'm doing? Since I'm creating my own reality, I'm giving them the power to decide who I am. Yeah, no more. That's done. So this is all easy to say right now when it's like almost nothing. Of course, there's a lot down here. I'm going to get my awesome Bride of Frankenstein streaks back, and I'm kind of excited about that in my own way now that I'm much more comfortable with who I am. So my love to you, friends, and I will be documenting this journey because I've been asked to by many people who are really on the brink of deciding whether they should do it or not. And since I've done it before and failed / succeeded in many different things on the way, I feel like it would be a good journey to share with you. So my love to you, no matter what color your hair is, what matters is inside here and what you think about you. I know it's like a broken record, but you know, it's easy to turn into a cliche, my friend. It's so easy to do. And if you're not authentic, then it's gonna come back to haunt you, right? That's part of karma, is it's gonna come back to haunt you. So if you can, take a minute to look at your internal self and ask yourself, you know what? If I didn't give a fuck, what color would my hair be? Yeah, simple as that. You have all the choice in the world. All right, well, don't forget, always be you. All the time. Love.